Good morning. It's about 5:30 in the morning here, and I'm down in Troon. There's a saying that goes, good things come in small packages, and that can be said about the place that I'm going to today. But to get there, we have to get the ferry. So let's go. There she is. There's the ferry I came in on, Glen Sannox. And Arran often gets described as Scotland in miniature, and that's why I said earlier that good things come in small packages. It's only 8 o'clock in the morning, and it's gloriously sunny already. The forecast today is for a beautiful sunny day. Look behind me, the mountain range, including Goatfell, the highest peak in Arran. It's not quite a Munro, but it's just a kick in the shirt off it. 2,800 and odd feet, I think. I'm just staying in Brodick today. I'm going to walk along the beach, head up towards the castle, and generally just enjoy myself. The ferry crossing took about 1 hour 15 minutes. Left at 6:30 and arrived here at 7:45. Beautiful calm waters in the Firth of Clyde. You hardly even felt as if you were on a boat at all. There's something magical about travelling on a ferry or a boat across water. It kind of changes a trip into an adventure, don't you think? So the Glen Sannox is fairly new in operation. It only began in, I think, around January. This is now August, so what's that, about 7 months? It's had a few hiccups, but I guess that's to be expected with a new ferry, isn't it? Gorgeous on board. I thought by coming early in the 6:30 crossing it would have been fairly empty, but there was a lot of children on. I guess because it's a lovely day and it's the school holidays. A lot of workmen travelling over on the ferry as well at this time in the morning. But all in all, fantastic crossing. Takes about 20 minutes longer than it would have if it had come from Ardrossan. But at the moment, Ardrossan's closed for redevelopment at the moment. I think it's supposed to open in September. But I was there, if you watched my video the last time about Saltcoats, you'll see I walked down and it looked as if there was virtually nothing happening. So we'll see if it actually does open in September, who knows. Look at that water. Absolutely gorgeous. I cannot wait to explore the place today. I don't know if you can see away in the distance there, but there's the castle. We'll be heading there a bit later on. That might be interesting to come to if you're into your chamber music and song. Welcome to Brodick. Thank you. This is the view that welcomes you as you get off the ferry and step up onto the road. So why do they call Arran Scotland in miniature? Well, it's exactly that. It has the mountain ranges, it has rivers, It has beaches. It even has 7 golf courses. Yes, 7. There's a co-op just a few yards away from the ferry terminal. So whether you want to pop over to Arran on your yacht or just take the ferry like I did, you're handy for supplies. Of course, I don't need supplies because I've got mine with me. Crazy golf, anyone? This is a good place to come. Bring the kids if you want to learn a bit about Arran's history. Bikes for hire too. Electric ones by the look of it. And down in this little bit of the beach. Rocky. Seaweed. Yachts. Ferries. And tankers. Yeah, back to the bike situation. Is electric bikes cheating? I mean, I don't have an electric bike, but when I was young, I had 2 bikes. No, I was going to say not at the same time, but it was at the same time. The first bike I had was a rally chopper. In fact, both bikes that I had were quite iconic 70s bikes. The first one was a rally chopper, a red rally chopper. Who else had a rally chopper? Those were the best bikes ever invented. Then when I got a bit more sensible, a bit older, I got a Tour de France racing bike, 10 speed. And my friends and I used to love cycling everywhere. And I would tell everyone that I loved cycling. But then when I got older again, I learned to drive and got myself a car. And I realised, no, it wasn't cycling I loved, it was travelling. So from that argument, I guess electric bikes are the way to go. Depending, of course, why you want to cycle. Is it to get fit? Or is it to get places quickly and easily? I guess if electric bikes were around when I was younger, I would have had one. Because it was travelling I liked, not so much cycling. Look how gorgeous and peaceful that looks. The water is so calm, so quiet. And then you've got the mountain just there in all its splendour. Look at that. I mean, just look at that. The beach turns to sand. The mountains ahead. It's still only about 8:30 in the morning. This is going to be a good day. So it's 8:40 a.m. now, and there's the ferry heading off back to Troon with another full load of passengers and cars and vans, etc. Doesn't take long, 25 minutes from when it arrived to when it leaves. Incidentally, the ferry I'm taking home is a different ferry. It's not the Glen Sannox, but we'll see that later. The first time I ever came to Arran was in 1975. I was only a young boy then. Came over on a family holiday because my uncle was a chef here in Whiting Bay, just up the road a bit, here in Arran. And we came over, and another memory that sticks in my mind, and I'll tell you why. It was quite an event, especially for a wee boy. We were coming over on the ferry, probably from Ardrossan in the day, South Beach. And I remember it vividly. I was eating an apple, and I'll tell you why I remember that. I looked over the edge of the boat because I saw a few people looking over. And when I looked over, I saw a shark. It was a basking shark, but a shark nonetheless. And I turned to a couple of older people that were sitting on a bench. I say older people, they're probably about my age now. I said, "Look, there's a shark, a shark." And they were like, yeah. Bearing in mind, this was 1975, and Jaws was released then. So a bit of shark fear was going on, but I was only 10, I'd never seen Jaws. Now it's my favourite film, by the way. And I quickly ate the apple and threw it into the sea to see if the shark wanted to eat it. Hello. Yes, it is. Yeah, as I was saying, I threw the apple core into the sea to see if the shark wanted to eat it. But of course, it's a basking shark. It never ate it. And that stuck in my mind. So that must have been, it sticks in my throat to say this, 50 years ago. Wow. That's the thing about Arran. When you leave Arran at the end of your break, your day or your week or however long you're here, when you leave Arran, Arran doesn't leave you. It stays in here, stays in your memory, stays in your heart. And that's the thing about going trips. It's creating memories. By the way, I'm just thinking this would be an artist's dream. Look at these different scenes you could paint if you were an artist. Just sit down here on the beach with your watercolours or your oils or whatever medium you use. Now here we are on the sand. And back there away in the distance, there's the ferry heading back to Troon. There seems to be these keep fit contraptions everywhere these days. Does anybody ever use these? Looks like people wild camping on the beach. How wonderful. And there's what's on your doorstep. And you're waking up in the morning. Here's a little bridge and then a boardwalk. Takes you over the swampy marshy land and back onto the beach again. Just realised that's like the mountain in Paramount Pictures. It's absolutely roasting. I've just spotted a heron down at the water. You alright, pal? You waiting for the tide to come back in? So this is the entrance to Brodick Castle Gardens and Country Park. Quite a few stairs to go up. It's not too bad, they're in sets of 3. Gunnera. I love this plant. Look at the size of the leaves. I'm just going to have a wee sit down here on the bench, and there's going to be my view. I've got a wee friend in the tree. I've put a wee bit of bread down for him at the end of the bench. We'll see if he takes it. I've been sitting on this bench for about an hour, just staring out. That's what Arran does to you. It just settles you down. I can just hear the gentle rustle of the leaves. There's a very gentle breeze, and I can hear water gurgling. And I had that little robin just landed on the arm of the bench just there. But of course my camera wasn't running and I didn't want to make a sudden move. Then it jumped up onto the back of the bench right next to me. Absolutely amazing what that does to you, if you appreciate such things. I'm in no hurry, I've got 5 hours before my ferry. I mean, there are other videos on YouTube that show you Arran and show you the excitement of Arran and moving around all the different resorts or beaches. I'm here to show you how serene the place is, how relaxing the place is. And you can do this anywhere. It's near to you, any forest, park, somewhere remote that you know. Just sit. Come to Arran. It's a must. Scottish people all know about Arran. I've been coming here, as I said, for 50 years. And I've stayed down at the bottom of the island in a farm cottage. I'll sleep tonight, breathing in this fresh air, forest air, sea air, all the walking. By the way, if you like this kind of thing, I would love it if you could like and subscribe. It doesn't cost a penny to subscribe. It's totally, utterly free. It's not like subscribing to a magazine or a film channel or anything. It's just free. You just hit subscribe and that's it. That helps my channel. And it lets you know when I put any new videos on. My videos go out every Wednesday at 4 PM. Thank you to those who have subscribed so far. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. A nice change after Liverpool last week. And Whitby. 2 great places. That's on last week's video. It's very short because I didn't have enough opportunity, I should say, to film a lot, but I put together what I could. Anyway, I suppose I better get up off this bench and go and explore a little. There she is, Brodick Castle. Look at this little winding path. Down there, turned round, it's down there, down towards that water. Let's go. Brodick is one of those places where you can just browse around the shops at a leisurely pace, maybe pop in for a gift or an ice cream, or just sit on a bench, staring at the sea, staring at the mountains, soaking in the atmosphere, just like I'm doing right now. So, good things do indeed come in small packages, and that's certainly the case with Arran. So if you happen to be looking at the weather and you see a spate of good weather like this, jump on the ferry over to Arran, even for a few days if you can. Bring your car, explore the island. There's so many great places to see. I've only just touched on the tip of the iceberg here in Brodick. There's great beaches, there's great mountains, there's great golf courses, but most of all, there's great relaxation to be had.